Hey guys, I am Jay and this is Football Talk, and in this one we got some more college football game news. In this one we got more news revealed for EA College Football 25. First off, I just want to say I greatly appreciate all the love and support I've been getting on my last reaction to college football. Man, oh man, it cannot come soon enough. This is a long one, so without further ado, let's jump right into it.
We've got some more news about the upcoming EA Sports College Football 25 video game to talk about. Now, as you know, over the last couple of years, I've been going over everything about this game. Anytime there's a leak, anytime there's a bit of news, I'm on top of it so that you guys are always up to date. And with the game
I greatly
being just under
appreciate
2
it,
months from
man.
release, we're getting
Shout out to
more
Eric.
information almost every day about this game, or every few days. We're getting some leaks. We're also getting some official news being reported on the game as well. And over the last couple of days, we've gotten a bit more information to share. Now, if you are new to the channel and you don't want to miss out on any of the information about this game, especially the gameplay that we're going to be getting very soon, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you never miss any of these important videos when they go live. And also make sure to follow over on my social medias, because I'm going to be doing quite a lot of giveaways for this game when it actually releases. So if you want a chance to win free copies of the game, you can follow me over there, as that's where I'll be doing my giveaways. Now, we got a few different things to cover today, which is pretty exciting. This is the most news we've gotten for the game, probably in a few weeks or a month now. There's definitely a few different things to talk about. We got an article
The
from
most
USA
news,
Today where they dropped
probably the
information about
announced
the game, where
team.
they confirmed
I
something
mean,
that we
not
weren't
announced.
100% sure if it was a
I'm gonna
thing or
stop
not.
talking.
We had heard rumors about it. They confirmed it, which is really cool. We've gotten some more video from Chris Fowler, the lead announcer for the game, where he spoke a little bit more on it. And we've gotten an interview with Matt Brown that dropped today. And if many of you have been around my channel, you know that Matt Brown has been the number one reliable source of information about this game, as
yes, he
stuff
is.
from schools, he's gotten some stuff from EA themselves. He's been really the only one true, I guess you could call, leaker of the game, who hasn't just been posting BS. Everything that he has posted has been true. So he kind of went a little bit deeper on some of the things about the gameplay today, which is pretty cool. So we're going to cover all of that. First, let's talk about the USA Today article. So they put out an article late yesterday that said EA Sports College Football 25 will have various broadcasters, Kirk Herbstreit confirms. And the article says there will be more broadcasters in the booth when EA Sports College Football 25 drops this summer. ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit will return to college football video game franchise that will be released for the first time since 2013. He will pair up with
It's been 2013?
Chris Fowler to be on the call for games. In most sports video games, there's only one broadcast team calling the games, but when the new college football video game comes out, Herbstreit confirmed there will be other teams. He said, Chris and I won't be on every game. You're going to have different broadcast partners for different games, depending on the magnitude of the game that will dictate who's calling the game. Herbstreit's confirmation of different broadcasters in the video games comes as there has been speculation of various other announcers in the game. Herbstreit has mentioned it in an earlier interview but didn't confirm if it was true. Daryl Holt, the senior vice president of EA Sports and general manager of its Tiburon Studios, said there are several details of the game, including on announcers, that he can't divulge yet, but a full reveal of the game should be coming in the next few weeks. The people that we've announced are the ones to focus on, Holt said. This is college football coming back. It's not just college football coming back for 1 year. So there's an element to establishing the foundation.
I like that.
Of what we wanted to
Hold on. I just want to pause right quick. I like what he said, that this is like this ain't just college football this year and then it's over. No, they got a plan to extend it, you know. So I really like that. I think it probably could go like the Madden way, where we have one every year, depending, I mean, for the hype and stuff. Is that how they did it? I wouldn't say that's how they used to do it, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could be wrong. But like every year, like you can have one. I think that would be awesome, in my opinion. I just can't wait.
And focus on, so that's where we're starting. It doesn't mean that there's not open opportunities for us to continue to think about the sport, the game, and how we represent. Holt said when the franchise was announced, we got calls from people asking us, can I be in the game? Can I be the voice? Can I be the commentator? That was a huge surprise, he said.
Wow.
ESPN's Reese Davis, Desmond Howard, Jesse Palmer, and Kevin Connors have previously confirmed that they will have a role in the game, but didn't state what it would be. David Pollock, a former ESPN college football analyst, also said he will be in the game. There's also been speculation that Fox Sports will also be involved in the game, which will include its college football broadcast team of Gus
that's
Johnson
gonna
and
be
Joel Klatt.
huge.
Different announcers calling the action in a sports game, video game, is something something not often seen in recent years. NBA 2K has a group of announcers that will be on the call for its various game pairings, while Madden and MLB The Show have one commentary team. In the last edition of NCAA 14, ESPN was the sole network that was the pregame show, halftime show, and in-game updates in Dynasty mode. Previous editions of the game included College Game Day. Now, them confirming that there's multiple announced teams is actually a great thing because that's not something we 100% knew. It was a rumor, and we did know that these other voices like Reese Davis.
Yeah, cause they showed he showed the interview clip in one of his videos.
Every announcer that is going to be in the game, like they said in the article, if Fox is going to be part of the game, which has not been confirmed, but if, then that means we'll get some of these other guys. But we do know that of the names we've heard so far, we know that Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler are going to be the main guys, and we know some of the other people they mentioned are going to just be a part of College Game Day, or they're just going to be an in-game analyst.
Can't believe we go out College Game Day!
He'll just be having some lines in the middle of the game breaking down certain things, but in terms of who the other announced crew is going to be, that we don't really know, so that's a pretty big...
Yo, what if they have McAfee? Did you guys watch? I don't know if you guys watch, well, if you're watching this, you watch college football, but did you like I think it was a Texas and Alabama game where like you could turn to his channel, well, to the channel with him, only him, and like he'd have guests and stuff, and they'd be commentating like the game while they on like the ground, like on the ground commentary. That would be dope if they had that, like, and you can choose like your own screen.
Deal, and something that definitely keeps games like this fresh. It's one of the better things that 2K does because it keeps things from being too repetitive.
I didn't even know 2K had other teams. I haven't played a 2K game in I don't know how long.
The same lines each year, so it's been so repetitive that you almost know what they're going to say.
I love them though.
And so
don't get me wrong.
Know that they're doing extra work in this game to make it a lot different than Madden and a lot deeper than Madden. And this is just one of those things that confirms that is true because commentary is such a huge part of these sports games, and this is something that it looks like they're getting right. Now, really quickly before we continue, I do want to mention that today's video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Now, if you love sports and you like winning money, then you've got to be on Underdog Fantasy playing their pick announced crews. We also got our last update from Chris Fowler, where he spoke on some of the lines in the game and just some of the depth of the commentary as he's officially wrapped up recording for the game. So check out that video right here.
That's a wrap from my part of the voiceover work for the EA Sports college football game. I'm told more than 115 hours over about 2 years. It was a wild experience. Kirk and I did some joint recordings on the final session, covering some analysis in the booth. If your quarterback throws 5 interceptions that you continue to call nothing but pass plays, that is analyzed. If you
Thank you, because we all know we all got friends or family members that would do that. Stop doing that. Stop calling the same play. I feel like I'm playing Georgia Tech in the old college football games. I don't know if you guys remember how Georgia Tech offense was, but they was in the same formation and they ran the ball no matter what. It was one of the most frustrating games I've ever been a part of. I've ever played. Anytime they was on my list, I'm like, oh my god, can I sim through it? I'd rather have took a loss. Even though I know I'm gonna beat them, they can get negative yard. They're still gonna run the ball. They never throw. They don't have receivers, so I appreciate that. Sorry.
Your team goes to triple overtime or beyond.
Wait a minute, did my audio go?
And it becomes a contest of 2-point conversion plays, and your defense picks one off and runs it back for a pick 2 to win the game. That's in the game.
Oh, that's gonna be incredible.
Reaction. Got done reading more than 700 player names in the game. It is an incredibly detailed process. I couldn't be more impressed with everyone at EA. Total pros who care so much about the quality and sweat the details. EA is going to release much more information about gameplay, etc. Cover athletes, I know, before the end of the month, so keep an eye out for that. It was a really cool experience. Couldn't be more proud to be part of this.
Cover athletes.
I'm also glad to have my office back for the first time in a couple of years. I moved all the sound equipment out. Now I can see the walls again, which feels pretty good.
So once again, I mean, it just sounds like the commentary has pretty much covered everything that they could possibly cover. They left no stone unturned, which should be really interesting.
And even more than a lot of people even expected.
In the game, but I like how he specifically mentioned the emotion of the big
yes,
calls.
sir.
Again, that's something I feel like Madden kind of lacks. You don't get a lot of emotion in the commentary. It seems.
Okay, I just want to pause it right there about the emotion thing. I think the reason why, see, with college football is the emotions are way different than the pro game. You don't really get those type of emotions like in in the NFL, to be honest with you, until you get into the playoffs. Then the emotions are right there with the college football. But regular season college football games, if it's a pick six and taken back for a touchdown, the place, especially if you're at home, the place goes wild. It erupts. And I think another reason why is because the seeding thing. Number one team is coming into our home. We have a chance to knock off the number one team. So I think that's the reason why it's a little bit like different with the commentary. Because the NFL, I mean, unless your team, you would get invested like that. But let's be real, the emotions and stuff and everybody else are not gonna watch until the playoffs.
It's very bland a lot of the time, and I think with this game, especially with guys like Chris Fox,
also a lot of people tend to turn off the commentary.
Going to make the game feel so much.
So they wouldn't know if it's new or not.
Let's move on to the Matt Brown interview that dropped a little while ago, where he dove a little bit deeper into the game and certain.
I gotta start watching these interviews.
Some of the stuff that he said, and then I'll play a quick video of one of the bigger things he talked about. But he did say that he still expects the reveal for this game to be in the middle of May, which would be about 2 weeks from now. But once again, I'm going to reiterate, like I said in my previous video, maybe you missed it, they might not drop that information in the middle of May. It might come in the 3rd or 4th week of May. That is something that EA has done in the past. Now, from what Matt Brown is saying, he does believe everything that he's heard, that it is going to be the middle of May, and he's been pretty reliable when he says things, but that doesn't mean that things can't change. EA changes.
Yeah, you can't take his word 100% to the bank.
This week, and then it'll drop next week.
Things can change
because they want to capture some different footage for something, or they want to do something a little bit differently. So my thing here is, if information or the trailers don't drop smack in the middle of May, that doesn't mean the game's getting pushed back. That doesn't mean the game.
You know, people are gonna go on Twitter. They hiding something. They doing this. Shut your ass up.
Specifically, they're going to dive into all the specific questions that people have had. They're going to go really deep on the game modes and the gameplay and kind of cover all of those questions and concerns that people may have going into this game. That's kind of what they want to show us in May. Obviously, we're going to probably get the cover athletes, the official release date, the trailer, but they're going to dive deep into some of these things and give us a lot of information on it. Now, one of the things that Matt Brown spoke on was the transfer portal and like the recruits and stuff like that. He's talked about it in the past, but he dove a little bit deeper in this interview, so we'll check out this quick video right here.
One of the things that I've heard from developers who've been working on this game that's been a priority is this idea of wanting to make the Dynasty recruiting mode different, and it is particularly to help. I want to say like less of a grind, but so the player would feel more attached to particular recruits. I guess, through many of the previous years of this game, lots of people are playing Dynasty mode, but it's, their data would show that the majority of those are only, 2, 3, 4 years, rather than people necessarily doing a 60-year-long Dynasty. And so if there's, there's tweaks that can be made. So like, hey, if you're signing a guy in week 6, you can see that he runs a 4.2 40. You want to be excited to play with that guy next year. You want to already think about how you can incorporate that person into different packaging. And then you want to have some drama and a sense of reward and success as you go through that process. The other thing that was really reiterated to me, and I think is one of the really fascinating game development questions, how to make this as realistic and accurate as possible while still being fun. And I think you and many of your colleagues at On3 know better than most what an absolute grind roster management is right now in college football. And I think if we made this game exactly how it is in real life, it wouldn't be fun. It'd be way too hard. We'd all have gray hair. The game would be texting us at 2 o'clock in the morning to go text recruits or something. It'd be a mess. So you have to figure out, okay, we want this to be realistic, right? We want to have transfers. We want to have NIL. We want to be able to rebuild your roster beyond just high school recruiting. But where is that slider? Where do you set the line to where it's approachable and accessible? It's still fun.
So again, this all sounds really exciting. It's the depth we want. We want to be.
He's 100% right.
In the players and in our.
And you know the crazy thing is, I've seen people be like, well, they need to put this in the game. They should put this. Actually, they should do it. Like when it comes to college football, it's a whole different ball. You can't take what EA has done with Madden and apply that to college football, because not everything adds up. Some things could look similar, but things do not add up. College football is a constantly different players with the NIL deals and all of this. The transfer portal has, at any given time, your favorite player on the college football team you like could move on just like that, and you be like, he was just what? He said he was coming back next year, win us a championship, and now he.
our teams that we're building. And again, this is something that Madden has just kind of been missing. You know, even though they've been trying to make franchise mode a little better the last few years, they've been bringing stuff back that they took out of the game, they've been adding some stuff, it still feels like it's missing some of that life about it. It feels a little dead at times, or even a lot of times, depending on who you ask. And it just sounds like everything we've heard about college is it's the exact opposite of that. And while there are some similar,
well, I think it's
Madden
because the
versus
college
NCAA, there's also a lot of
college
people brought in
audience
for this game.
is
So
more
I do
neat and
think,
greedy,
unless
to be
something
real
crazy
with you.
happens, I do think we're going to get a special game here, and I know that's what the football gaming community is really hoping for, because it's just been a while since we've had a special game. Like, there's been some Madden games that I've thought have been fine over the years, and there's been some that I've thought have been bad, but we just haven't had a real special game in a while. Something that we just wanted to put so much time into, and we just genuinely thought.
The last special, like, football game to me was played personally was, I ain't gonna lie to you, I love the long shot. I know a lot of people did not like it, and you know, that's one reason why they got rid of it. I love the long shot. Like, that whole story, I'm a story guy, so that's one reason. But I also just like the high school experience, like going to the high school, then the college, when they added the college football playoffs. Like, I don't know, I just like that. It was just cool. And then get to go to the NFL with your friend, you know, because yeah, in a way, it just, I don't know, it was just cool. It made me feel like I was with my homeboy and we going to the NFL. Like, I don't know, it just felt cool. I know that's
was an amazing game.
opinion,
and to some people,
but
they may say NCAA 14 was the last game like that. So a lot is riding on this game to deliver, and so far everything we've heard has been right, but we'll know more in the coming weeks, and then of course in July when the game officially drops. Now, we also got some info about who the cover athlete.
Man, this was a lot of Furman, and I absolutely love that. I gotta watch these interviews. Like, they never come up on my timeline. They never come up on my YouTube. So I gotta figure out where they at. But man, oh man, college football, man, the reveal might be soon. It might be soon. It might not be, but it might be soon. So cannot wait, and you know your boy's gonna react to that. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys